this video is definitely gonna ruffle some feathers. Alright guys, Josh Lewis here. Today I want to talk to you on why you shouldn't listen to your parents. And this is a disclaimer, I am not a parent. I have never been a parent. So far I'm not a parent. So maybe take this advice with a little bit of grain of salt. However, at the same time, these are things that I've observed in my life that I've come to a certainty of understanding when it comes to dealing with parents. I'm gonna get a lot of flack for this video. Well, maybe I won't, because if you watch the whole entire thing through and you're really listening to what I'm saying, you'll be able to understand where all this is coming from. Okay, let's get right into it. Let me take this off because I'm getting hot. Ooh, okay. Whoo. Ugh, that's better. Ooh, I feel better. So, do I have anything in my teeth? No, I don't. Okay. Alright, so let's talk about why you shouldn't listen to advice from your parents. So number one, bias. Parents are biased. I know that kind of is common sense, but they really are. And they're biased because they want to protect you. So a lot of times the advice parents give to their children is based out of fear. So if you're a parent and you're watching this and you're automatically like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about, hold on, let me explain. So what happens is when you're a parent or you're around someone that you love, regardless if you're a parent or not, you have a bias towards that person because you want to protect that person. So a lot of times we shield people that we love from things that could get them hurt, which is good because we want to protect them and we want to love them. But understand that when you have a bias towards someone and you want to shield them from things in life, you're never going to be able to shield somebody from the horrors of life. Listen, I had a lot of crazy things happen to me in my life and my parents couldn't shield me from it. It's just things that happen in life. And if you're consistently trying as a parent to shield your kid from things that are disturbing, what's going to happen is they are not going to build a sense of self-satisfaction and self-strength when they have challenges in life. Because look, challenges in life aren't inevitable. We go through bad things, people die, we can't stop that. There's tragedies that happen, some of them we can't stop. There's challenges in life, and no matter what you're going through in life, there's always going to be something that challenges you. And what happens is sometimes parents are biased, and sometimes they will protect you from the challenges. And this will create a sense of weakness in the child where the parent is protecting them from the child. So when the child gets through something, a hardship, they lose in a game, they lose at a board game, they don't understand that there are challenges in life. So if they are not equipped with dealing with those challenges at a young age, as they get older and they're faced with challenges, it will break them because they are not building up that self-strength of knowing that they could get through things because they actually have a sense of self-worth because they've gone through challenges. Now, I'm not trying to say a parent should be like, listen kid, life sucks, life is tough, this is the horrible things in life. But my suggestion is to kind of get your child, kind of get your kid in the frame of reference that there are challenges in life, and one of the best parts of life is to get through those challenges. So if you play a board game, don't always let them win. I know that sounds really crazy. And if you are playing sports with them, show them that there are challenges. Sometimes they don't win. You know, the participation trophy, I get the reason why people do that, but at the same time, it's really devastating because it takes away the challenge. It takes away the realities of life, because when you get into the marketplace, not everybody gets a trophy. The marketplace will beat down people who are not prepared for challenges in life. So, you gotta understand that parents are biased sometimes. So sometimes their advice is great, but at the same time, sometimes it's biased in the sense to protect you, so remember that. Okay, let's keep going. So step number 2, parents aren't perfect, okay? We know this. When you're a child, you think because your parents are raising you, you think in the fact that like, hey, listen, this person loves me, they care for me, they're taking care of me, I must I should listen to them all the time. But remember, parents are older version of younger kids. They're trying to figure out life constantly, just the way that you are. If you're a child, if you're from 12 years old to 20 years old and you're trying to figure that out in that stage of life, guess what? So are they. Parents are trying to figure out their life from age 40 to 60. They're trying to figure out their life too. They have some certainty about some things that worked, but they also have some uncertainty and they're not entirely sure. So parents aren't perfect. None of us are. So remember that when you're a child and you're growing up, remember that your parent isn't perfect. And that means if they correct you in a way that is hurtful towards you, don't take it personal. They're just trying to love you. They're just trying to make you feel better. They're trying to make you feel special and trying to make you understand something that needs to be changed. Don't take it personally. And at the same time, if they do hurt you because they were in a bad mood, remember that they're not perfect too. They've got a lot of different challenges that are going on in their life too. Remember, parents aren't perfect. You're not perfect, they're not perfect, none of us are. And sometimes when you're a younger age, you look up to your parents because you think that they know everything. They are your first trusted source of confidence, meaning you look at them and say, hey, you guys know what is going on in life, so I should listen to you. So it's really important to learn that parents aren't perfect. And this is gonna get me to my last and final step, my final tip, and that is number 3. If your parent isn't successful at the one thing they're giving advice at, don't listen to them. I know this sounds really crazy, and I know it sounds almost kind of abrupt and rude, but let me tell you something. Our world is constantly evolving. Our world is constantly changing every single day at a faster rate. The world that your parents lived in 20 years ago is rare. It's no longer the case anymore. The ideas they have, the strategies they had are going away. And it's not their fault, it's just because the world is evolving. Everything's evolving based on technology, based on community, based on social media. Everything is evolving in the sense. So the advice that they gave you or had when they were growing up sometimes isn't the best advice because what worked 20 years ago might not work today. So it's really simple. If your parent gives you financial advice, look at their bank statement. I know it sounds pretty mean, right? But if your parent is saying, hey, well, don't do this and make sure to save your money and be careful what you invest in, and look at their bank statement. Are they a millionaire? Do they have the life, the financial life that you want? Are they worrying about money? Then don't listen to them when it's based on finances. Same thing with relationships. If your parents are giving you relationship advice and their relationships are falling apart, you can listen to them. If they're based on saying, hey, this is what not to do, but at the same time they're telling you what to do and the relationship is nothing, your parents are divorced and everything's going crazy, look to somebody in life that is highly successful at what they do, someone who's highly successful in their finances, someone who's highly successful in their relationships. Look what actually they are really successful at and model what they do. Maybe it is your parent. Maybe your parent is really good at relationships. I know my dad gives fantastic advice because he had a very happy marriage with his wife, with my mom. He gives me fantastic advice about relationships, so I always listen to my dad when it comes to relationships. So find out what your parents are good at and listen to their advice. Anything that they're not good at, do not listen to. I know that sounds harsh. I know it sounds mean. I know it sounds almost brutal in a sense, but it's very true. And listen, I want to make something very clear. You can take the word parent out of this video and put friend in. And all of these tips will be the same. Because listen, parents, friends, people we love, they're biased. They're not perfect. And if they aren't successful at something, then why should you listen to them? Listen, it's very important to model the people that you want to have a life like. So for instance, if you want to be very financially successful, study millionaires, study billionaires. If you want to have a great relationship, study people who are relationship experts. Study the person, ask the person who has had 50 years of successful marriage and say, how'd you make it work? Give me some advice. How can I duplicate that in my life? Listen, parents mean well, they love us. And honestly, I think parents, good parents, are a rare commodity these days because we're living in a day and age where everything is getting progressively harder based on the advice parents were given 20, 30 years ago. So honestly, as a human being, we always need to constantly reevaluate our lives. What worked back then, will it work now or will it not? See, the really important thing is to be able to listen to the right advice. And however you find out the right advice should be based on, is this person successful in what they do? Are they successful in their life? Are they successful in their finances, in their relationships? How did they buy a house? Are they owning? Are they renting? What did they do for their car? Find out who are the people who are super successful at what they do and model them. Model the people that are successful. Listen, your parents are good at some things. Find out what they're good at and model it. What they're not good at, don't pay any attention to. I know this sounds harsh. I know it sounds harsh for a lot of parents, but at the same time, I'm saying the same thing. You can replace the word parents and put friends, and all these steps are the same. They're the same truths. Listen, your life is up to you. It's not up to your parents. It's not up to your friends. The things that you want in life are available. They're able for you to go after, and you can go after them. You can actually succeed through them. You just have to model somebody who has got there before and figure out how they got there, and with relentless focus, go after that goal. Listen, parents love us. They have a bias. That's awesome. We can always go back to our parents. We can always go back to the people that we love. At the same time, if you want a successful life, your life is up to you. The terms of your life, your parents did not write when you were born. You are writing those every single day. The choices you make, the things that you do, will be based on the dictating outcome of your life. It's not anybody else's life. It's not your parents' struggles. It's not your friends' struggles that help bring you down. Guys, I hope this video finds you well. If you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. Tap the bell so you can get notifications when we do videos, when I do videos. I'm trying to do 2 videos a week now. Let's see how that goes. Anyway. Guys, if you like this video, let me know. Share in the comments, what is the greatest advice that your parents give you that you listen to, and what's the worst advice that your parents gave you that you don't want to listen to? Listen, to all the parents out there, you work so dang hard. I love you guys, you're amazing. This video is for you, and it's also for your kids too. Remember, model the people who are successful so you can be successful too. That goes for the kids, that goes for the parents too.